Today, we will learn about call by value versus call by reference. Now, Java as a language is strictly call by value. Now, before understanding that, let us go through a simple example. Here, I have a sum function. It is a static function, so it can be called directly from the main function without any object. So here system.out.println sum of 1 and 2, so the output should be 3. So we will see that later. Now this will lead to a simple output. Definitely 3 will come if we try to print this, because I am trying to add 1 and 2. It will go into this function, it will add a and b. A means 1 here and b means 2 here, then return a plus b, that is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So I will get as an output 3 here. Now the next thing is, what do we mean by call by value and call by reference? Now here I have another function. It is also a static function, static void change, where I am taking inputs as int a and int b. So I am basically trying to change the values of a and b, which is a simple swap kind of function. So here is a simple logic of changing a and b or swapping a and b, and I am trying to call this function from the main method again. So here I will try to print the values of a and b before changing them, and that too in the main function. So in the main method, if I try to print the values of a and b, which is a here is 9 and b here is 10, so it should print 9 and 10 respectively for a and b in the main method. Mind it, what I am trying to say, in the main method, if I try to print the values of a and b before trying to call the change function, so this will give me an output of 9 and 10 respectively for a and b. After this, we will call the change function with inputs as a and b. So now we will go to the change method. So here static void change int a and int b. So what is there in my function body? Let's see. System.out.println, I am in change function where a and b are. I am trying to print the values of a and b respectively before changing. So let me explain this line. So what I'm trying to say here is, now that I have called the function from the main method, it will go into this method, and the first line of the function body is I am in change function where a and b are. Then I'm trying to print the values of a and b respectively before changing. So right now I haven't swapped a and b. This is before changing. Now here's a simple logic of swapping a and b, and this is very simple. This is a simple logic. I guess you have done it at some point of time in your coding journey. So after swapping them, again I'm trying to print the values of a and b. So I am in change function where a and b are a and b. Now the values of a and b will be printed respectively after changing. So now I have changed them, and I am in change function itself. I am not in main method, mind it. So I will try to print them, and after that I will return from the change function, because it's a void kind of function. It will not return anything. So I will return from this to this portion, and then the next line of code. System.out.println, I am in main function, and here a and b are. Then I'm trying to print the values of a and b respectively after changing. Now I am in main function, and again I'm trying to print the values of a and b respectively after changing them. Now let's analyze the output of this entire thing. So here I'm trying to run this program. Let's analyze the output. So first of all, 3 is getting printed, which was for the sum function, which I tried to print here. Okay, for the sum function, here the sum function was there, and I'm trying to print it here. Next, this line will be printed, which is I'm in main function and the values of a and b. So I am in main function, and here a and b are 9 then space 10 respectively before changing. So I knew it that a and b, the values of a and b are 9 and 10 respectively before changing, and that too in the main function. Right now I haven't gone to the change function. Now the next line says, now I have called the change function here, and here the output will be like, I am in change function where a and b are 9 and 10 respectively before changing. So right now I haven't swapped it, but I have gone to the change function. Okay, so a and b are 9 and 10 respectively. Then the next line, I am in change function where a and b are 10 and 9 respectively after changing. So now we are in change function and we have swapped it, and then I'm trying to print the values of a and b. So since they are swapped, so the values of a and b are 10 and 9. Earlier it was 9 and 10, a was 9, b was 10. Now that I have swapped them, a is 10 and b is 9 respectively after changing it. And mind it, I am in change function right now. I haven't gone to the main function. Now that I will return from the change function, and I will be somewhere here, and then I will try to print the next line. So I am in main function, and here a and b are 9 and 10 respectively after changing. Now I have swapped a and b, so it should be 10 and 9 right now, but the output is 9 and 10. So actually they are not getting swapped, but in the change function they were getting swapped. So what is the case here right now? In the change function or the change method they are getting swapped, but after returning from change, when we are again trying to print the values of a and b, they are the same, they are not getting swapped. So a was earlier 9 in main method. Now also after calling the change function, when I am trying to print the value of a from main method, it is still 9. Similarly, b was earlier 10 and b is now also it is 10. This means that call by value is taking place. Now let me explain what is call by value. So in call by value, the values of a and b from the main method were getting copied into these two variables, and after doing the swap thing, when we were returning from the change function or the change method, this is not affecting the actual values of a and b because copies were getting passed. We were not actually passing this a and b over there, just copies were getting passed. You can think it as like you have a copy or a notebook and you xeroxed a page. So now you do any sort of changes in that xeroxed copy, these changes will not get reflected in your actual notebook. So you have an essay on something and you made certain changes into the xeroxed copy, and you have the same essay on your original notebook as well. So the changes you made in the xeroxed copy, will it actually affect the original notebook or the original essay in your notebook? No, it will not get affected. Similarly, here also, from main method, when we are passing the copies into the change method, only the copies are getting affected in that change method itself. When we are returning back to the main method from change, then it is not affecting my actual a and b. So this was the entire case for call by value, and we will see what is call by reference later. And also another thing which I said in the very beginning of this video, that Java is strictly call by value. Even if we face call by reference at some point of the time, it will also be call by value actually. Now how, we will explain it next video, so stay tuned.